What is up, YouTube? It's a hot minute. You know, it may have even been 2 hot minutes. But we are back. It's finally starting to look like spring. And we are throwing some damn knives. So, I decided, about a year ago, that I was going to start throwing knives. It may have been 2 years, probably 2 years, but I haven't really been keeping up with it much because life's been going on and things been happening. Your boys always got shit popping. So, quick vape. So, recently, I've heard that at some point the government is going to try to take our guns away. I don't think that's going to work, but you know what? Just in case, I figured, I really love throwing things. I have since I was a little kid, and I've been pretty accurate. That's the thing, I have really good projectile accuracy. So I thought, you know what, let's throw some knives. Now most people, they'll do stupid little, hold it like this and do a spin throw on it. Me, your boy's got to go straight to the next level. Straight to the next level. So me, I'm practicing no spin. Anybody can throw a knife from any distance, doing a spin throw and just happen to get a lucky stick. But no spin throwing takes real skill, talent, and practice. Just get on YouTube sometime. Wait, you're already there. Anyways, pause this video or wait to the end of it and look up Adam Seladin. He is the world champion knife thrower. If the government took our guns away, he would be just fine. He could probably fight off just about anything with a couple throwing knives. That guy's crazy. That's part of being the world champion and all. But me, I'm just a novice. I'm just out here enjoying the warm weather, because Indiana, it's been cold. We haven't gotten spring like most places seem to have. We finally got geese coming back in, sandhill cranes flying overhead as I speak. If you may be able to hear them, actually, I see some sandhill cranes right now. You probably won't be able to see them. They look like dots in the sky. I don't know what my phone's trying to do, but it'll probably end up trying to rotate on me quite a lot. Ah, there they are. I don't know if you can see those little dots, but there sure are a lot of them. They're coming in swarms lately. So, yesterday, I took time to kind of measure out the yard. And right here, we're going to say is about 12 feet. Right here, oh, I'm sorry, that's 10 feet. That's 12 feet. This is 15 feet. Right here's 18 feet. And about right here, you can see old lines in the yard. That is 20 feet. My goal is to more or less graduate from this yard. Now, what I mean by that, actually gonna put my vape down for a bit. What I mean by graduate from the yard, friends, is quite simply this. I'm gonna start from about here, right in front of it. This is 2 feet away. And just bam, bam, bam. See, that's 3 sticks in a row. It's like that game with the egg, you take a step back. I decided to take 2 steps back. So now we're about, 5 feet away. We're kind of in the middle of this mattress. Blah. Bruh, really? That wasn't supposed to happen, honestly. Performance anxiety. It's a thing. 1, 2, 3. Anyways, that is my goal. Going steps back and getting all the way to the 20 feet. Now right there, that's about 28 to 30 feet. But as you can see, this willow tree has gotten huge in the 3 or so years I've had it. So we're just gonna try throwing from the 18 real quick, and I think this is more like 20, honestly. My yardstick broke while I was doing this. So we're gonna try from here, no spin, and probably won't get a single one. Oh yeah, the knife was all over the place, guys. That was a full spin. Yeah, I'm so far away the knives are spinning on what's supposed to be a no spin throw. So that is my goal, being able to get 3 in a row from way back there. On camera, it doesn't, and I'm sorry if my phone keeps rotating. On camera, it really doesn't look that far away. But if you count the number of steps I'm taking to get there, it actually is pretty far away. This is like half my yard. I'd be able to go further, but my willow tree is kind of saying nope. This is as far as you go. I could go over here and just do some long-range spin throws, but as I said earlier, spin throws are nothing more than luck. There's no skill involved. They're just stupid. So, starting at the 10 feet, usually I get these most of the time, so I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, here's an interesting story. While I was throwing knives yesterday, I had knives in hand, you know, I'm throwing, doing my thing, getting a little bit of practice before today's video. A drunk guy comes up this alley and comes all the way up into my yard. He's like, I want to try throwing some knives. I'm like, oh great. This guy had this freaking half bottle of vodka in hand. Half gallon, my bad. And he is plastered. So I'm like, fine, try throwing some knives. He sucked so bad. I don't know why my phone just vibrated. Sorry about the mess. We're cleaning up the inside and this porch is always messy. He decides to stick the side of my fucking head twice. So, he put some holes in my thing here. And I'm just like, okay, well, that was fun. So I take my knives back. As I'm throwing this little shit right here, ooh, this thing's gotten hot. He decides, mid-throw, to lay down on this mattress. Because, you know, he's plastered. He's like, I don't give a fuck. As I'm letting go of the knife, I can't stop it. It's too late. He's plopped down. So the knife decides to hit this knot right here and deflect and get him right in the arm. Luckily for him, this is a very cheap, very crappy, lightweight throwing knife. Oh, wow. I can't believe that actually stuck. I know you didn't see how I threw it, but I threw it like this and kind of did that sort of thing. That was kind of cool, actually. I should work on that as a new throw. What? 2 in a row? Okay, maybe that's just how to throw this little knife. Well, I'm throwing like this and just putting a backspin on it. I bet I can't get 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Okay, that looks great on camera. That's awesome. I did not expect that whatsoever. Did not expect it. But anyways, he finally decides to leave and just has me drink some of this, keep in mind, piss warm vodka, Crystal Palace. This stuff is disgusting. I almost puked. I don't mind Crystal Palace, but that stuff was warm. Like, there's nothing more disgusting than warm vodka. And so I'm just drinking this and trying not to puke. I just want him to leave. I figure, hey, if I take a couple drinks with this drunk asshole, he'll leave. Oh, pardon me. I've had problems with that in the past. When I first moved in, this asshole decided to pass out on my yard. I wake him up, and I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, I live here. I'm like, no, you fucking... My pregnant wife and I live here. But anyways, so, interesting story. He finally leaves. Fucking messed up most of my measurements I made. Like an asshole. I don't know if he came back through my yard again, because it seems like a lot of my measurements are either uprooted or just moved around a little bit. There was one back here that's absolutely gone. So I took all that time to measure out my yard, and here's one of my little measuring things. Here's one, no longer in the ground. So all that time was wasted, I guess. But this is still about 10 feet. So this would be 15. This might actually be 20. I'm going to use this as the 20. But anyways, I'm sorry about all that rambling. It's just not every day you have some drunk asshole come into your yard and start throwing your knives. Last year I had a lot more knives, but somebody came up onto my porch and stole my entire collection. I had Gil Hibbins. I had all sorts of stuff. Actually, I had them in here. As you can see, they left the case to the fucking professional Gil Hibben throwing knives. They just took them out of the case and just left the case. So, to the asshole who took my throwing knife collection, every stick I dedicate to your face. See? Your face. Your face. So, yeah. To the asshole who stole my throwing knife collection, I had a lot of knives, by the way. It was a collection. Hey, spider. Huh. That's the first spider I've seen of the year. Looked like a baby wolf spider. So anyways, we're gonna get to throwing some knives and stop bullshitting around. Let's throw some knives. Starting from the 10 feet, and we're gonna try to move back. I think whenever I'm 10 feet and further, if I get 2 sticks, then I should be able to take a step back. Because 3 in a row from 10 plus feet, that's really difficult. And I'm just starting out with throwing knives, really. So, 1, that's an ugly stick. I slipped in the mud. 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Now we can take a step back to about, 12 feet. 12 feet right now seems to be where I really start struggling. That little bit of change in distance throws me off so much. So we're going to say this is 12 feet, which I think it actually is. And that's 15. That's got to be 20 feet. Let's see here. 16, 17, 18, 19, yeah, about 20 feet. Ironically, my boots are about a foot long even, and my hands are exactly 7 inches. Pretty cool. Now, I can't do no-spin throwing like most people. Most people put their finger along the whole spine of the blade. My finger's curved. I can't do that. So what I do is this. I kind of have to compensate for the way my fingers are all fucked up. But yeah, 12 feet is just... Hey, that was a good no-spin throw. Yeah, that was a good stick. 12 feet is just like... Might as well be going straight to like 30 feet or something. So, I'm going to try throwing like this, because for some reason throwing like this seems to balance the knives better. Although that 12 feet may be actually too close because it's spinning it too much. No, that was a good one. If I can get one, I can get 3. And then I can move back to, say, the 15 feet and try my luck from there. By the end of the summer, I want to be able to move all the way from the 15 feet 3 times in a row to 20 feet 3 times in a row. And then we may even go further. So right now we're stuck at 12, unfortunately. But I think I can get it, at least during this video. There's one. I think that would have stuck, but it hit a knot. So, consider this new video series kind of my journey to becoming, somewhat proficient at knife throwing. Everybody does like these videos, my journey to whatever. This is my journey to becoming a confident knife thrower. So, shout out to my boy Marcus at ADHD World. I like watching his videos. That dude, I like his videos. Don't judge me. But anyways, this is my knife throwing journey. And my journey starts at the 12-foot line. Jeez. I know what I'm doing wrong now. Whenever you get a good stick, you can feel it. You can feel how it slides the whole length of the blade. So that last throw, I really felt that slide, and that felt like a good throw. If I can emulate it, then I can get 3 in a row. That felt good, and it was a good stick. That felt good. Good stick. There we go. And that hit basically the same spot. There we go. See, now we can move back to 15 feet. You can see this target has taken some freaking damage. Now we move back to the 15. I'm not confident about this. Oh, got it. Lost altitude. So, I hope you guys enjoy this series. I think I'm gonna keep it going all summer long, if I can. If I don't continue this series much, it's probably because I finally got a job. Unfortunately, right now, your boy's jobless. Your boy's a bum. Bum-ass motherfucker. So, I've been trying to get a job. It's just, until I get one, my life's kind of at a standstill. I wish I could get monetized through YouTube, but with the way I talk, fuck no. They take one look at any of my videos and be like, Really? Like, dislike, hate, do your thing, YouTube? Nah, that's not gonna fly with us. We're YouTube. We're fool. We YouTube. We don't play that shit. We like PewDiePie and I don't know, fucking censored videos. Beep beep beep. Or that's a horrible impression of ADHD World's little censor. The fact that I'm vaping should be enough of a hint that this video is not for people under 18. So, anyways, we'll get back to throwing knives here in just a sec. I gotta kind of reflect on how I should throw. 15 feet is a whole new game. I'm sorry if you guys are being blinded by the sun. I got my camera backwards, so I don't even know. My old cameraman, Satellite Kid 1, who's in a lot of my videos, he's got a full-time job. He's living life. He's doing what he do. Unfortunately, what he do is 6 days a week from sun up to sundown. So whether or not he'll ever be in one of my videos again, that's kind of up in the air right now. What is this? Okay, that's a very interesting truck. I've never seen one like that. Who's this clown? Okay, I don't know if he wants to be on a video, but if he doesn't, he shouldn't have drove by my yard. Anyways, here in a sec, we're going to get back to throwing some knives, doing what I do. Yeah, it's going. I'm just out here throwing some knives.
Say what now?
Just out here throwing some knives. I don't know who that guy is. Alright. One more vape and then we'll get back to throwing here. Safe to say I've graduated from the 10 feet mark and the 12 feet mark. We are moving back to the 15 feet and we're just gonna do some no spin throws from 15 feet. I don't know who that guy was or what the hell he was doing. Oh yeah, 15 feet's right here. That don't look so far. That would have stuck, but it wasn't enough penetration, giggity. There, that's a good stick right there. That's a good solid one. It's not over-rotated, it's not under-rotated, and of course that's because it's a no-spin throw. As long as I do it right, I should get perfect sticks every time I get one. I'm going to try not to get these guys on video because I'm sure they don't want filmed. That's a good stick. Ah, missed it. That's an okay stick. So, we got 2 out of 3 no-spin sticks from 15 feet. We just got to get that one more. And then we can... I just realized I was throwing from 12 feet. Well then. Consider that a blooper. I was throwing from 12. This is 15 feet. Oh yeah, I can tell that's harder. That's why I was getting 2 in a row pretty consistently, because I was at 12 feet. I don't know who that guy was. It looked like the truck, combat medic. That's what it looked like. Combat medic truck. Oh, that hit hard. I should probably go ahead and wet my target, because sticking my knives over and over again in solid wood is not good for the tips. You can see the deepest penetration lines I've had. That's kind of funny. I might switch to the mattress as my target, but with the mattress, the knives go in and bounce out. It's hard to actually get them to stay in there. So we are back at the 15 feet, and we are struggling. There, that was a good stick. That stick, I felt the slide I was talking about earlier. I know when it's a good stick because I can feel that sliding on my finger. By the way, these are Aeroblade Thunderbolts. Kind of a mid-end knife. It's not anything high-end, but they're 9 inches. They got good weight on them. I can tell you that if I actually hit something, such as an animal I needed to defend myself with, these knives are good enough that that animal would be very hurt, maybe a kill. Aeroblades. Whether they're actual legit Aeroblades, I don't know. I think Aeroblades are what Adam Celadon likes to use, but I don't know if these are legit. Oh, that had no rotation. It hit the target like this. That was a good, the first one was good, no spin, but I want it to have enough of a spin to hit tip first. Now I'm gonna start taking my time, concentrating, see if I can graduate from the 15 feet. But to do that, I need to concentrate a lot more on my throwing style, which right now I'm gonna try throwing like this. There's one. There's two. Couldn't get the third. But as I said, if I can get 2 in a row from, beyond 10 feet, I should be allowed to count that. But I'll try to see if I can get 2 in a row again. Nope. The wind's really gusting. I don't know if I can blame the wind, though. It probably affects it a little bit, but nothing too major. So, right now, unfortunately, we're stuck at the 15 feet, which, that's a stick. I don't want to be stuck at the 15 feet for the rest of this video. I know we started out at the 12 and we graduated from it, but 15 feet, I want to do further. One stick out of 3, and it's not a very good stick. I'm starting to sweat a little. It's actually quite nice and warm out today. So, I have to take some time, concentrate, stop rapid throwing knives, and throw knives with accuracy. That was a stick, but then fell out. Don't judge me, but I'm counting it. I like how I just said I'm going to take my time and concentrate, and then I just throw. these were some of my old targets. These foam blocks. Really dense foam. Okay. So I'm going to take one step over this way. Foot is behind the peg. That deflected pretty good. I'm going to try switching sides of the knife. Nope. That put rotation on it. That hooked it too hard and actually put some backspin on the knife. So that will not help in this situation. By the way, as I'm getting ready for the next throw, I'm just putting the knives in my back pocket. It's starting to get a little windier, so I gotta kind of compensate for that. Oof, that was an ugly throw. That stuck and then fell. Guys, I don't want to be at the 15 feet anymore. I don't want to. I want to move past 15 feet. So, the throws feel good, but I think I'm releasing a little bit too late. I'm going to see what happens when I release a little bit earlier. Now, once I regain a cameraman, which nobody will be a replacement for Satellite Kid 1, you know, we've been through a lot together. We've been friends since middle school. Here we are both 28 years old and we're still best friends. But unfortunately, when you're 28, you gotta have a life. So I may try to find another cameraman. I guess I'm gonna have to if I want to show you guys how I'm actually throwing these. Otherwise, you're just watching me throw knives and not actually learning much of anything. Now, if anybody ever watches this video and has some advice for me or wants me to give them some tier 1 advice because I'm a beginner, but unlike most people who started on spin throws, I started on no spin. I don't know if I can get a spin throw. It's all about dumb luck. And those knives are not good for spin throws. These are no spin knives. That's why I bought them. Okay, so I'm going to try to show how I'm throwing it. I don't know if I'll get this on camera or not. So I start like this, kind of move back a little bit, and then release about right here. But I only let it go loose. I don't actually let go with my hand itself. It just slides out. I was a little angry, so I decided to throw that one with a little more force. Because I'm getting legitimately tired of 15 feet. Nobody's going to be impressed when you say you can throw a knife and stick it from 15 feet. People want to hear about people throwing knives, 40 feet and sticking the damn things. But I'm going to just try back at the 20 and see what happens. Obviously, I'm not ready for 20. That's just too much distance between the blade and the target that it starts to rotate just a little bit. Maybe if I press down on the blade harder with my index finger here, maybe that'll keep it from turning. But then I gotta throw it a little harder to make it slide out of my hand. I hit the wood pretty good, but I hit it with the back of the blade, and that don't count for anything. I don't know how long this video is going to be, and honestly, I don't care how long it ends up. I just felt like throwing knives and making a video of it so people can see, you know, kind of what I've been up to in this long absence. One thing is throwing knives. Throwing knives, vaping, trying to get a job, apparently knocking up my wife. Yep. July 22nd, around July 22nd, I'm gonna have me a son. And oh, when I have my son, I'm gonna be so happy. Oh, that was ugly. I'm pretty much just throwing them now. I'm not using any technique or anything. I'm just throwing knives. If this was a survival situation, I would already be relying on my awesome kicks with these steel-toed boots. I'm going to try to use some technique here. That was a full spin. Times like this, I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong, because I'll go to the back to the 12 feet and do the exact same throws, and you'll see I can actually get them to stick. 3 feet difference, and I'm hopeless. Oh, now I'm throwing like I am from 15. That would have stuck, but then it came out. 3 feet. That much difference, and I can hardly stick a single one. That right there proves how much actual skill and practice no spin throws take, because if you're off by even a little bit, it's not going to stick. Whereas you spin throw, and you might still stick under or over rotated. But no spins, they have to be exact. That's why I practice them, because it takes real skill. Hey, I got one. Maybe I can try to emulate that last throw, but adjust it just a little bit. I'm actually starting to sweat a little bit. There we go. Oh, I hit a knife with a knife. I hate doing that. That would have stuck, but I hit my other knife. There's a really good reason why I hate hitting knives with knives, and that's because it destroys the tips. It might look cool with arrows, but in a competition, you're not trying to reuse arrows. In any situation imaginable, you want to try to be able to reuse a knife. They're expensive, they're useful. Not saying arrows aren't, but I think we can all agree that arrows are a bit cheaper than mid-range throwing knives. Because arrows are supposed to be for, you know, a couple times of use, whereas throwing knives, you're supposed to be able to use them hundreds of times. Alright, I know what I did wrong on that. I released too early, giggity. That hit tip first, but didn't stick. Okay, so with all these misses, I'm starting to be able to kinda get a feel for what I'm doing wrong, finally. And it's just a various amount of different things. You know, I'm letting go too soon. I'm letting go too late. and I'm actually letting go. With knife throwing, you don't actually let go. Not with no spin anyway. You don't actually let go, you just let the knife slide out of your hand. That's just the amazing amount of difference between 12 feet and 15 feet. Eventually I may get into like throwing tomahawks and crazy stuff like that, but not right now. That hit tip first. It's just 5 feet difference from 10 to 15, and it's like a whole world. I don't know what's up with that. A 5-foot difference, and it's just so massive. Then again, most people, in all honesty, can't even throw 10 feet without quite a extensive bit of practice. So the fact that I've completely graduated from 10 feet is nice. I can get 10 feet about 80 to 85% of the time. But nobody wants to watch somebody throwing from 10 feet. It just looks like I'm right in front of the target, which I'm actually not. And now I'm just starting to kind of throw angrily. But anyways, I'm going to take a bit of a break, kind of reassess my throws, reevaluate myself here. So, and then we'll come back and see if we can't graduate from that damn 15 feet. Because so far it's just not happening. 10 feet to 15 feet don't seem like a lot, but I guess it actually is. My chair is pretty much sunk into the ground. I'm like, this is weird. Eventually I'm just gonna like flop over or something, because my chair has sunk about 1.5 feet into the ground. But it's only sunk on one leg. Starting to hear people out and about. Then again, it is a very nice day. It's kind of funny. I had last year and the year before, I was planning on doing a fishing series. I have literally over 100 fishing videos. I just never uploaded them because for some reason my phone would only let me record a couple minutes at a time. It would let me record like 5-minute segments. This phone does not have that limitation, so that's nice. So I can actually make videos of me fishing and whatnot. If you guys actually want to see that, which whether or not you ever watch this video, I will probably be posting a few fishing videos because I've just got so many and they're just sitting private right now. I've got videos from me and Satellite Kid, aka Wyatt, fishing. We went on a nice fishing trip. And honestly, more for the nostalgia than anything else, I think I'm going to post those. I'm hoping we go on another fishing trip like that again, but like last year in our public park, I caught a 24-inch bass. Keep in mind, before that, the longest fish I had ever caught was about 15 inches. And that was another previous big fish. But before that, the longest fish I had ever caught was like an 8-inch sunfish. Back then, 8-inch sunfish for me were huge. I had never caught a bass before. But just last year, I started bass fishing. And that actually turned out really well. Although I found out the way I was fishing was illegal. You put a live fish on your hook and then let bass get it. I guess that's not legal, but honestly, until somebody calls me out on it, somebody of legal standing, like a police officer, DNR especially, until one of those guys comes up to me and says it's illegal, I'm going to keep doing it, because first you catch a baiter fish, about a 2-inch little bluegill, and then you use that to catch a fucking monster. Look at this, look at this chair though. Let me get a front or back angle. It is just sunk. Ugh. Ow. Hit myself in the shin. As soon as I sit on this, I'm just gonna sink. There we go. We are now sinking. This is fun. So, I don't know if I'm gonna get back to knife throwing right now. It's nice just... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and then maybe. I may continue this video later, but I doubt it. So, if this is the end, you know what to do. Like, dislike, hate, do your thing, YouTube.